Hello students, I'm back to discuss about input tax credit, the eligibility and conditions for seeking input tax credit. So, regarding the eligibility, though they are given in provision, these provisions are given in section 16, subsection 1 of Assam Goods and Services Tax Act. The first eligibility is that the person must be a registered dealer under AGST. And added to that, the person should not be opting for composition scheme. I hope you remember we have discussed this earlier. So he should be a registered dealer and not opting for composition scheme. Second is that whatever goods have been purchased or services have been availed, they should be in the course of business. They should be for the furtherance of business and not for personal use. In addition to these two eligibility conditions, one point has to be remembered is that even if a person fulfills this eligibility criteria, ITC will not be allowed if depreciation has been charged on the tax component of capital goods. That means if you have purchased a machine for 1 lakh and you have paid additional, in addition to 1 lakh, you have paid a tax of 5,000, thus making the total cost to 1 lakh 5,000. Now, if you claim depreciation on 1 lakh 5,000, that means on the tax component also, then you will not be allowed to claim ITC on this input tax of rupees 5,000. Okay. Now come the conditions. The conditions for claiming input tax credit are given in section 16 subsection 2. There are four clauses, clause A, B, C and D. The first one, that is 16 subsection 2, clause A says that a person for claiming input tax credit should possess a tax invoice or a debit note issued by the registered supplier. Now, if the goods are received in lots or in installments, then then the person will be able to claim input tax credit only upon receipt of the last lot or the last installment. And in section 16 subsection 2 clause B, it is given that the buyer should have received the goods and services or both for claiming input tax credit. Okay. The third condition is payment of tax charged on purchases to the government by the supplier. That means supplier must have cleared his payment of tax. And the fourth point, the supplier must have filed the GST returns. So you just imagine the importance of the supplier. The supplier is a person who has so much of importance for your input tax credit. If the supplier himself has not filed the return or paid or adjusted the tax, then you are not eligible. So remember, whenever you buy goods, buy some from a person who is tax compliant as well. And there's one more condition here which is given as a sub point, is that if the recipient, suppose you have purchased, so as a recipient, if you don't pay, you have enjoyed the service or you have enjoyed the goods but you don't pay within 180 days, that is 3 months, then whatever input tax credit you have already availed will be cancelled, will be reversed, and it will be added back to your output tax liability. Okay, so thank you students, stay home, stay safe.